Beautiful black people, it's your girl Cook, and I guess I'm back dropping off those tips, hacks, and secrets to make your everyday life hassles a little bit easier. Let's get into it. So I had a vision in one of my dreams that it was time for me to get back to this tips, hacks, and secrets lifestyle because school is coming back around and I need to shift back into those gears. So I wanted to drop in today with the intro to my personal development series. Now, it wouldn't be me if I ain't put my own little extra in there. Now, I'm going to be comparing these to black TV shows and movies. So first on the list, we have self-confidence and self-esteem. Now, being a plus size lady, I have had my battles with self-esteem and self-confidence. Like many other individuals, it can be hard trying to maintain healthy self-confidence and self-esteem. And these things can affect other things like our relationship, our career growth, and overall well-being. For example, let's take Sister Siste, Tia and Tamara. Everybody knew Tia was the smart one. We didn't know till later on down the line that Tamara could sing like she could because Tia was always the one overachieving in academics. Once she was able to overcome her self-confidence issues, she was able to go to the talent show and win. The next is goal setting and achievement. Now, I was blessed with having some type of insight on what my purpose was at a young age. So setting goals is bittersweet. As I am older now, it's very hard for me to set meaningful goals and work towards my achievements because there are many challenges in the way. Like, let's see, there's a lack of clarity on what I need to do, which then turns into lack of motivation because I don't know what to do. And then I can't plan or have effective plan because I don't have no motivation and don't know what I'm doing. But someone that I think is slept on a lot of the time that knew what they wanted to do and did it was Kim Parker. Not the Kim Parker from Moesha, but the Kim Parkers from the Parkers. And yes, they were two different people. She knew she wanted to be a fashion designer. And then although she didn't have good grades and things didn't always seem like they were aligning, she was always dressed. She was always somewhere finding some way to style or design something for someone. Was it the choir robes or the Professor Ogilvy? And she was always styling. So shout outs to her. Third on the list, we have stress management. And I literally just did a video about this. Stress be having me down bad, y'all. I cannot even lie. Especially in today's time. In today's fast-paced world, stress is very hard to manage. But one thing that is crucial is having a healthy work-life balance. Literally learning effective stress management techniques and coping strategies can literally impact a person's personal development in a good way. I remember the episode of Living Single when Khadijah finally went to therapy. And for me, that was a lot because I saw a lot of myself, Khadijah, at a young age, although it wasn't as positive as it is now. But back then, I saw a lot of myself for her, and seeing her being able to humble herself and be vulnerable enough to go to therapy, also, although that she was the strong friend, it meant a lot. And she got out a lot out of it because she wasn't going to listen to her friends, because if they always coming to her advice, it's less likely that we're going to really, I'm speaking, I'm triggered, okay, noted. It's less likely that these people, us, me, I've already said, well, listen. Next we have communication and interpersonal skills, Developing effective communication skills such as active listening, conflict resolution, and assertiveness are essential in building healthy relationships, professionally and personally. And even when I was scripting this, Moesha popped into my head because one thing she didn't do was active listen. She did a lot of paraphrasing what people said and automatically put herself in situations. It wasn't until much longer that later on down the line that she did more active listening, and I think that was because she was in a psych class. That's what it was, and I'm pretty sure they talked about that. Now, last on the list, this has been mentioned before, but it needed its own post, and that is work-life balance. Balancing professional and personal life happenings is a common challenge. Literally for me, I had to learn that I can't be friends with my coworkers. Although it sounds easier, it don't work when it's time to work. Striving for fulfilling your life purpose as well as your personal endeavors is an issue, but it's all about finding your priorities, managing time, and setting boundaries. It was hard finding a show for this when I had to really go look for it. But what I found was Girlfriends. I felt like they had a good amount of shows where each one of the girls, even Lynn, had issues with work. And that was the main priority at that time, or they had main issues with each other, or their spouses or their partners or who have you. It was issues all around for them, but they knew that they had to maintain both. All of them were living in Los Angeles, so you couldn't be homeless like Lynn. Everybody couldn't be like Lynn. So I think they did a pretty okay job managing the two. Now, I have to admit that personal development and the issues that we may encounter is broad. So if I didn't cover what what you're struggling with, definitely put that down in the comments, because these topics will be the next 5 videos. Thank you. I will catch you guys on the next one. This has been your girl Cook, dropping off those tips, hacks, and secrets to make your everyday life hassles a little bit easier. See you next week.